Have you ever felt like life is just too much? Like you're standing in a storm, waves of responsibility crashing down, deadlines pulling you under, and emotions pulling you in every direction? Maybe it's the pressure to succeed. Maybe it's the constant noise of social media. Or maybe it's that quiet voice inside, whispering, "You're not enough." But what if I told you that the key to becoming mentally and emotionally unbreakable isn't found in some self-help trend or feel-good quote, but in an ancient philosophy that's over 2,000 years old? One that's been practiced by emperors, warriors, slaves, and scholars. One that teaches you how to remain calm in chaos, strong in suffering, and unshakable in a world that's constantly trying to break you. Today, we're going deep into 7 Stoic habits that will make you unbreakable in life. Whether you're battling personal struggles, chasing goals, or simply trying to stay sane in a chaotic world, these habits will give you clarity, courage, and control. Let's begin. Master the dichotomy of control. At the very core of Stoicism lies a single, life-changing principle: the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become one of the greatest Stoic minds, said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not. You can't control how others act, what they say, or the outcome of every situation, but you can control your mindset, your choices, and your response to every challenge." Imagine how different your life would feel if you stopped obsessing over things you can't change. The weather, the economy, other people's opinions? Let them go. Focus on your attitude. Focus on your effort. Focus on your response. Try this. Each morning, grab a journal and draw 2 columns. One for what you can control, and one for what you can't. Then commit your energy only to the first column. It's not just stress-reducing, it's empowering. Because when you focus on what's in your hands, you become untouchable by what isn't. Live by virtue, not by circumstance. We live in a world that measures success by wealth, followers, and status. But the Stoics saw things differently. To them, the true measure of a man or woman was virtue. Virtue means striving to live with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. Seneca once wrote, "A good character, not a comfortable life, is what brings true happiness." Let's be honest. Life will test your integrity. Will you do the right thing when no one's watching? Will you keep your word when it's inconvenient? Will you stand for truth, even when it's unpopular? Virtue is your inner compass. It's your moral armor when the world tries to twist you. And here's the power of living by virtue. Even when everything else falls apart, your job, your relationships, your plans, you remain whole. Because no one can take away your character. Only you can give that up. Reflect daily. The emperor's habit. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth. Yet every night, he wrote in his journal, not to impress others, but to reflect on his flaws, failures, and thoughts. He asked questions like, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? How can I be better tomorrow? And that's not weakness, that's strength. True strength isn't pretending you're perfect. It's having the humility to grow. Before bed, take 5 minutes to reflect. No filters, no judgment, just honesty. This habit builds self-awareness, the root of all transformation. Because if you don't know where you're falling, how will you ever rise? Amor fati, love of fate. What if every challenge in your life wasn't a curse, but a lesson in disguise? What if instead of asking, why me, you started asking, what is this teaching me? That's amor fati, the Stoic habit of loving fate, not tolerating it, not enduring it, loving it. Lost a job? Maybe it's pushing you toward your purpose. Heartbroken? Maybe it's freeing you to grow deeper in love with yourself. Failed? Maybe that failure is shaping you into someone stronger than success ever could. Marcus Aurelius said, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." Be that fire. Accept that life won't always go your way, and then use it. Don't just survive the storm. Let it forge you. Practice radical gratitude. We're constantly told to chase more money, more recognition, more everything. But the Stoics knew that the key to peace isn't in getting more. It's in appreciating what you already have. Gratitude isn't just some cheesy positivity trick. It's mental alchemy. It rewires your brain to see what's right, even when things go wrong. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. A warm meal, a kind word, the strength to keep going. It sounds simple, but this daily habit trains your mind to focus on abundance, not scarcity. And when you're rooted in gratitude, you're not shaken by disappointment, because you already know you have enough. Premeditatio malorum. Prepare for the worst. You've heard the phrase, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Well, the Stoics mastered this. Seneca called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Before any big moment, a speech, an interview, a hard conversation, imagine what could go wrong. Not to worry, but to prepare. Ask, what if they reject me? What if I fail? What if it all falls apart? Then, answer, how will I handle it with strength? What virtues will I call upon? How can I turn this into growth? This habit makes you unshakable, because when adversity hits, and it will, you won't panic. You'll respond with clarity, because you already rehearsed your courage. Seek strength in community. Stoicism is often misunderstood as being cold or isolated, but in reality, it thrives in connection. Marcus Aurelius had mentors. Seneca had friends. Epictetus taught his students face-to-face. Even the strongest minds leaned on others. Find people who challenge you to grow, who call you out, who lift you up. Read Stoic texts together. Share your reflections. Talk about your struggles. Iron sharpens iron. And in a world where everyone's pretending to be fine, authentic community is revolutionary. When you walk with others on the path of wisdom, your strength multiplies. Because you're not walking it alone. You don't have to be born strong. You build strength, one habit at a time, one principle at a time, one decision at a time. Stoicism isn't just for philosophers, emperors, or monks in caves. It's for people like you. People who are trying to stay grounded in a chaotic world. People who want to grow, not just survive. People who are ready to become unbreakable. So which habit will you start today? Will you write your 2 lists, the controllables and the uncontrollables? Will you practice a more fatty the next time life hits hard? Will you end today with a moment of reflection? If this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share it with someone who needs strength right now. Because remember, you can't control everything in life, but you can always control how you respond. And that response? That's where your power is.